Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, Planescape Torment, the Enhanced Edition. Where we last left off, Morte was captured.
I'm gone.
Hey, did you see them? See a middle-aged man wearing dusty clothes. Doesn't appear to be in the best of health. His skin is pale yellow and you see occasional pustule along his arm. Greetings. Turns and glances from you behind hollow eyes. His eyes narrow in suspicion as he continues to glance around. What do you want? His voice is raspy. Add some questions. What are you bothering me for? I look the part of a tout. You seem to be a knowledgeable individual I can learn from. What do you be wanting to know? I had a skull and it's been stolen from me. Know anyone who would do such a thing? Looks a little uncomfortable. Missing a skull, are you? Well, now you never heard from me, but there's people around these parts that make a living by collecting the heads of the dead. Work for a basher named Lothar. Call him the Master of the Bones. Where can I find Lothar? Now that's a dangerous wigwag. If I were to say anything, which I'm not, I would say to keep your eye out for a gutted building here in the ward. Mayhap you'd find something there, eh? He glares at you. Never heard such from me, eh? Thank you. Must be going. Thank you. So we are looking for a gutted house somewhere. Officer, Byron picked it. Zerb, Gort, and Thorpe. Creature is huge, standing over you 9 feet tall. Rippling muscle sports massive frames. You approach, he leers at you and laughs. Greetings. Looks down at you and gives friend. What do you want, Smolly? I have some questions. Got questions? Maybe before it pass answers. Who are you? He smacks himself in the chest with thunderous blow. Thorpe! He raises his arms above his head and shakes fists in the sky. Mighty warriors, Thorpe! All the Laka are mighty warriors! He places his fists on his hips and glares at you. Who you? I honestly don't remember my name. Nods at you and examines your scars. You've got mighty scars. You must be a great warrior, like Thorpe! Frowns and nods wisely. You got hit on the head too many times. Not remember name. Someday it'd come back. I have some questions. What are you doing here? Barks a laugh and smiles at you. Thorpe here with friends. He gestures at the nearby Thalaka. We got a barsha, flying lizard. He lets out a roar and pounds his chest with a fist the size of hams. Flying lizard. He nods his head and then begins to make crawling motions. Lizard, you know, but it fly. Begins to flap his arms like a huge, misshapen bird. Eventually he settles down and looks at you expectantly. You mean a dragon? He snorts and raises his full height. Thorpe good, but he's not that good. Someday Thorpe wants to bash dragon. Stares up at the distance with a longing expression in his eyes. But that is not this day. And if it's not dragon, what is it? Thorpe not remember what Zania call it. Pause think. Eat lizard, tall as Thorpe. Walk on back legs, got wings, got claws, red in color. Think she say they called Abishai? Pauses and shrugs. Heard some call him Abishi. Is that what you mean?
Updated my journal.
His eyes light up, he gives you a joyous smile and nods. Yes, Abashi, flying lizard. Thorpe and friends bash real good. Thorpe be warrior of stature then. Xanthia accept apology. What's about Xanthia and an apology? Thorpe take friends to tavern last night. Thorpe gets stinking drunk. Fall on Xanthia's table. Spill drinks all over her. Xanthia say she not accept apology unless Thorpe be warrior of stature. So, killing Abashi is supposed to give you stature.
Updated my journal.
Xanthia said so. Thorpe not know. I see. Said you were gonna fight one. That's right, Thorpe and friends barsh. Well, enjoy yourself. Let's see here. Check a look at this Byron picked. See a well-dressed middle-aged man seems to be scanning the crowd with a practical eye. Notice you approaching and gives you a quick once-over. Greetings. Smiles and gives a barely perceptible nod. I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. How may I help you? Moneylender? Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Want to start a business? Keep one afloat that's down on its luck? Or perhaps expand a business? In either case, you come for the fun. Come to me for funds. He looks at you up and down. I doubt you're a merchant, sir. What can I do for you? Got some questions. I'm looking for someone named Lothar, Master of Bones. Gives you quizzical. Really? Why in the name of 9 hells would you be looking to find him? Stole a skull of mine. So, what do you think you're going to do? Just march in and demand it back? I admit you appear more than capable of handing yourself in a fight, but against Lothar? Snorts, your skull will decorate his walls. I still need to find him. I have reasons, quite good, I can assure you, not to point anyone towards Lothar. Now pike it, sod. Suppose while I'm doing all of this, I should make sure my charisma is not dropped. See a florid, bolsterous man shouting and carrying on like there's a war to come. He's got something lodged in his intestines like, well, he's too excited something talking normal tone of voice. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him. You, sir, there! Looks like you could use something. I'm not sure what it is yet, but give me time. Give me time. I'll figure it out on the spot. You need rooms? I've got rooms. You need supplies? I've got supplies. Okay. Who the heck are you? What are you selling? Oh, hammer of quality. It is a +1 Godsman hammer. Iron pry bars. More stinger earrings. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Skull of friends, skull for luck. Bronze ring. Yeah, I guess I can sell all that. Bone dagger, don't need that. Okay. Sure there's nothing else I could get rid of here. Rune of armor. Yeah, I'm probably never going to use that. Probably never going to use any of these either, but, you know. You have any jobs to do? I certainly do, my friend. I have a little errand for you, and if you'll take it, I'll net you 50 coins. All you need to do is run this handbill down to the print shop and ask Scufflaw Pen to print up 100 copies for me. Here, take it. Shoves a crumpled piece of paper into your hands. All right, I guess. Thanks.
Updated my journal.
Okay. I just need to go to a print shop, apparently.
All right.
Which is to the north. Silent script around the door proclaims the building to be a print shop. See a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn into a ponytail. Thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up to speak to you. What do you want? Make it quick. What do you do here? He looks sharply at you, casting scratching of his pen. Are you entirely dim? This is a printing shop. I print things here. Look around to you. I print. What do you print? Books, pamphlets, handbills, words, letters, whatever. Don't do racy prints, and I won't fulfill any perversions you might want, nor do I care to ask. Alright, what do you, want to work with? Let's see here. Okay, not much to do here. Guildspur asked me to deliver a handbill to you so you can print up a few hundred copies. Takes a handbill from me, looks it over. I'll have it for him later. Go tell him. Farewell, then.
All right.
So apparently you can start fighting the Black Abernathy, and no one will care too much, but I don't know. Once again, you come to me once again. Must be something I can do for you. My brother Darren cannot. Ha! Handbill's printed. Printed? Terrific. Now you're the man for the job. Here, take this message to Keldor of Durin at the Foundry. She'll be glad to receive it. Glad of the 100 coins you get in return. Alright. Farewell.
The teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Ooh, nice. Level up for me. Level 8 mage. Going to increase it to 19. So 16 int surpasses that of mortal men. You gain a substantial bullet bonus. So
endure. Your path is mine.
All right.
At this point, I can start going further with Darkon. Some things I'd like to know, Dakon. I talk about your teachings. I have read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthon. Let's speak to you more about the ways of Zerthamon. What is it you wish to know? Never mind. Small round stone in the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. It's made up of a series of interlocking things. Let's click unlock. Slide the place's configuration Dakon showed you. New ring is revealed. The ring carries the same script as you before. The same geometries. You know the symbols. You can read them. Okay, read the sixth circle. Upon the blasted plains, Zerthamon told Gith that they cannot be two skies. In the wake of the world, his words came war. Let's continue reading. Upon the blasted plains, the people had achieved victory over their illithid masters. They knew freedom. Cool. Yet before the green fires had died in the battlefield, Gilth spoke of continuing the war. Many, still filled with the bloodlust of their hearts, agreed with her. She spoke not merely of defeating the illithids, but destroying all illithids across the plains. After the illithids had been exterminated, they would bring war to all other races they encountered. Ooh. In Gith's heart, fire raged. She lived in war, and in war she knew herself. At that her eyes saw, she wanted to conquer. Huh. Zerthamon spoke of the beginnings of what was against Gith's will. He spoke that the people already knew freedom, and now that they should know themselves against him mend the damage that had been done to the people. Behind his words were many other hearts of the people who were weary of the war against the illithid. Know that the Gith's heart was not Zerthamon's heart on the matter. She said that the war would continue. The illithid would be destroyed. Their flesh would be no more. Then the people would claim the false worlds as their own. Gith told Zerthamon that they would be under the same sky in this matter. Their words like barred steel. Huh. From Zerthamon came the pronouncement of two skies. In the wake of his words came war. Interesting.
What is your will?
Well, let's, yeah, I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. Want to speak to you more about the ways of Zerthamon. Let's see here. Zerthamon learned that even in freedom, one must continue fighting for freedom, even within one's own race.
Updated my journal.
Zertham's crease in front. Then you have come to know nothing. You are one who hears words and do not know them. Very well, I'll study the text again. Zerthamon's devotion to his people is such that he was willing to protect them from themselves. He knew the illithids came to not know themselves, but their obsession with control and domination. So he chose to stop Gilth before she carried the people to their deaths. It must be balanced in all things, or else the self will not hold. Better. You have seen the words and know them. Dakan's voice slows. His hands grip the edges of the unbroken circle. He twists it clockwise, and there is a click, and 2 plates slide forward. Dakan stares at the 2 plates in his hands. He makes no move to hand them to you. Dakan, is that second plate for you? Dakan falls silent. His blades cease shimmering, the film freezing upon its surface. He is staring at the second plate, paralyzed. Do you know the 6th circle? Dakan looks up. His coal-black eyes do not meet your gaze. No, there is nothing more than I may teach you. You know the way as the people know it, and I shall give you the direction of which you may know yourself. That's not what I asked. Do you know the 6th circle or not? Dakan is silent for a moment, then speaks, his voice slow and careful. It has come to pass that I do not know the 6th circle of Zerthamon. Once I knew it, but I know now I only saw the words. Dakan's eyes stare through you. That is all. It is my path. I no longer know the way of Zerthamon. Dakan, there is one other thing I would know. Why is Vilker's eye in the circle of Zerthamon? It seems strange. It tells about how the people benefited from a treachery from their own, it seems. Dakan's eyes flash. I have told you that is not part of the telling of how the people came to know freedom. Do you not listen? His voice flattens as if he is reciting a passage from memory. It tells the people that even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. Doesn't sound like me that you believe that. I think there's another reason Vilker's eye is in the circle of Zerthamon. It's set there because the 6th circle and the pronouncement of 2 skies. It's just there to justify Zerthamon's treachery to the people upon the blasted plains. Dakan is silent. His blade bleeds into dead black, teeth rippling along the edge. He divided a people upon the blasted plains, Dakan. He divided your race. When they were on the path of victory, I'd like to believe that it was because he wished to save the people from themselves, but I don't think you believe that. Dakan is silent for a moment, then speaks. I do not know the 6th circle as it is known to others. I fear that the 3rd circle, the 4th circle, and the 6th circle are more closely linked than many know, and in that knowing I have lost myself. In the 3rd circle, Zerthamon submerged his will to deceive the Illithids. In the 4th circle, it speaks of the benefit of treachery. Then in the 6th circle, Zerthamon divides his people before they exterminate the Illithids. Do you think Zerthamon's word may have not been his own? Know my words, and know the wounds lie in my heart. I fear when Zerthamon was upon the pillars of silence, he did not submerge his will. I fear that it was taken from him by the Illithids, and when he spoke upon the blasted plains, it was their words that spoke. I fear that what he did was not for the people's sake, but for our former masters. It's possible, but no, it doesn't necessarily mean that
Updated my journal.
Then know this and speak it of no more. Dakan's voice is like a knife. Know that I shall never know the truth, and there is no resolution to this matter. I shall never know Zerthamon's heart upon the blasted plains. His cold black eyes stare at the stone in his hands. And so I did not know myself because of the unbroken circle of Zerthamon. Very well, Dakan. We'll discuss this no more. Let's move on. Achievement unlocked. Shattered Circle. Well, we can copy this. Allows users to copy balance in all things. When hit by the same number of times level 4 or 5 level caster. Okay. Not exactly sure what it does, but hey. Okay. And let's see if...
What is your will?
Talk more about your teaching? Never mind.
I hear your words.
Examine the plate, see if you can puzzle out any new combinations. As you examine the rings of the 2nd circle, you find a strange link in the plate that mentions laboring the Gith people to achieve the rising. A new circle emerged from the length, and you unlock it, pulling the plate forth so you can study it. Read the symbols. Know that the rising of the people against the Illithid was a thing built upon many turnings. Many were the people who lived and died under the time's blade when the rising was shaped. Continue reading. The rising was shaped upon a slow foundation. Steel was gathered so it might mark Illithid flesh. Mean of knowing of the moments of the Illithids was established. At first weak and confusing, then stronger, like a child finding his voice. When the movements were known, then the Illithids were observed. In observing them, their ways of their mind were known. Let's continue reading. When the ways of the Illithid were known, many of the people were gathered and taught in secret the means to shield their minds, and in the way and harness their will as weapons. They were taught the scriptures of steel, and most importantly, they were given the knowing of the freedom. These things were not learned quickly. The knowing of much of the ways was slow, and in these things time's way fell upon all, from the knowing of one's reflection of steel blade, to the knowing of the submerging of the will, to the knowing of seeing itself. All of these things more people built upon. In time they came to know the whole. Okay.
What is your will?
Talk about your teaching. Read upon the broken circle. There was a seventh circle within the stone of Zerthamon. It spoke of the building of the rebellion against the Illithids. What does this seventh circle speak of? It speaks of time as an ally, not an enemy. It says that patience can sharpen even the smallest efforts into a weapon that can strike the heart of the Empire. Your victories may be small, but over time a greater victory can be achieved. Will you make this circle known to me? Take the unbroken circle of Zerthamon, unlock the seventh circle. Take the circle and twist the links. 2 plates slide from the interior in your hands. You have no idea where they came from, but the unbroken circle still seems intact. 7th circle remains. Dakan watches you silently. There are 2 plates here. Perhaps we should both study them. You and I? Dakan is silent for a moment. There is much to come to know of the circle, and your knowing carries greater weight than mine. Dakan matches your gaze. Know that your path is mine, and it shall come to pass as you knew the way of Zerthamon from me. I shall know the way of Zerthamon from you. Very well. Let's move on. 7th circle. Missile of Patience. Huh. Range? I don't know. Duration? I don't know. Speed? I don't know. Character spellbook is filled with a maximum of the spells of that level. Uh-oh. Steel, will, Vilker's eye. Missile of Patience. Oh, it's a 1st level spell. Yeah. Guess I shouldn't have had you learn all of the other stuff. Could this be any more useless? Cried Eldrick, Mage of Bamar, the bane of mages everywhere. Could this be a practical joke of an archmage, or the living disproof of the old prime material axiom that good things come to those who wait? Guess we'll find out later. But when we come back, well, more to do in this new lower wards. Have a good one, folks.